Okay, I agree. Minister. Okay, so guys, do you know how to clean up your computer? So how to clean the cache memory? So how to speed up your computer? Do you know them? How to do that? How to clean
Yes,
up
sir.
the cache memory? Okay, Divya. Setup failed because. Okay, okay. So so in the what can I do here? Okay, so please click on the computer. Please click on the computer and right click on it. Go to the properties of the computer. Properties. Oh, you're using 2 GB RAM. Which version of Windows 7? 64-bit operating system only, but I think 2 GB RAM is not good for running SQL and SQL Server Gunjan.
I've seen that.
So if you are having any other laptop, you can change it because or you can extend your RAM
Sir, I
also.
think expand your RAM memory. Add
Yeah,
up to yeah
extend the
2
RAM
GB.
because see. So I mean, which company of this laptop? Which company? Toshiba.
Shiva.
Okay. So I think Toshiba provides two RAM slots. I thought. Okay. So if it provides two slots, no. So please use additional 4 GB of RAM. I think that's enough because you are using something like Pentium processor, no. So more than 6 GB is not preferable for the Pentium processor. Okay. So if you expand 8 GB or something else, okay. So your computer will be gone. So better to install either 4 GB, another 4 GB. Okay. So you are already having 2 GB RAM. So if you install another 4 GB in second slot, now second slot of the RAM, so it will be helpful. Okay. I think 2 GB of the RAM, 2 GB RAM and Pentium processor is not enough. Okay, to run MySQL and everything.
Yes, I got it.
Yeah. Okay. We can't do anything. This is the issue with the hardware. Okay. Anybody having any issue? Okay, today is lab day, right? So in the first 2 hours, in the first 2 hours, I can give you the thing. I mean, so I will explain you the all the concepts, so we can explain. So and some of you are having doubts also. Okay, so we can discuss those doubts. And after discussing them, okay, so I will give you time to you to complete this particular task. Okay,
Sir,
so
attendance.
yes, okay, yeah, yeah, thank you.
Sir, can I share the screen?
Yes, Abhishek, yes, you can. Okay, sorry, I didn't find. Applying security settings. Okay. What is the error, Abhishek?
Sir, is starting the server, but not at work.
Okay. It's not going to the next step,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay. So what's your processor and RAM?
Sir, 4 GB RAM.
Okay, processor?
Yes.
No.
About PC.
Where, sir?
No, open
About
this
PC.
PC. Windows C. Press Windows C. Windows E. Windows key plus E. Or you can directly click this PC. So in the side window, you are having this PC, na? So right click on it and go to the properties. Hmm, Properties. What right? Hmm. AMD Ryzen 3, okay. AMD Ryzen 3 is enough actually. Okay. Okay, open control panel and go to the uninstall a program. So do you have any, um, unwanted softwares? Please check it. No. Wait. Open control panel. Click on the Windows key and go to the, no. Yeah. Type control panel. Yes. Uh, so here in the top you have an option like a large icons, no? In the right side top of view by
View by large icon.
large icons.
Sir, where?
No.
Right side
Right
open.
side,
Cross the
right side
windows
top,
and
top, top.
minimize.
Got
And
on it. Sir, wait.
अरे जहाँ से काटता है उसके नीचे देखना, जहाँ सर्च वाले आइकन है। हाँ,
Sir. Hello. Hello. No, sir. No.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Abhishek, you have to click on the categories, view by categories.
View by categories.
Yeah, category.
Yes, sir.
No, category. Select the category. Now go to the uninstall a program.
Where, sir?
Uninstall a program in the programs option. Na? So you have one link, uninstall a program. Uninstall a program. The first option. Yes.
हाँ भाई,
Uh, hey, you're already having MySQL 5.5, na?
Yes.
And you're already having micro workbench also. Okay. So just start workbench, na?
This
Type.
one.
No. So in the type here to search for workbench.
Yes, sir.
I mean, click on the Windows icon and type. So in the type here to search, yes, workbench. Yeah, open the workbench. You're already having the workbench. Wait. Hmm. Okay. So click on it. So did you remember the password?
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Okay. So my SQL server not yet started. Okay. So now here in the type here to search, please click on the services.
On Windows,
Yes,
sir.
Amit, we didn't mark the attendance still. No? In the type here to search, na? Yeah. Search for services. Hmm. So in the services, you can search for MySQL. MySQL. Hmm. There. So right click on it. Start. Procedure.
Window could not start the MySQL service.
Okay, you can do one thing. So see, so unin okay. Okay. So please close the MySQL installer, na? Please close everything. Please close the MySQL installer and MySQL. This workbench also. Just we can reconfigure our MySQL. Okay. And now you can open MySQL installer. So we can just reconfigure the server. No need to install again. No, not this. Okay.
Which
Okay.
one?
Open. MySQL installer. Yes. Reconfigure. Click on the next. Yeah. Create a password.
Next, sir.
Yeah. Next. Mm,
Sir, I can uninstall this one.
yeah. Just uninstall everything. So uninstall everything that you can see with the MySQL name. Okay, MySQL command prompt, MySQL server, and everything. No, you cannot uninstall from here. You have to go to the control panel to uninstall the software. Control panel and go to uninstall a program and do that. And here you can uninstall everything that you can see with the MySQL. Okay, MySQL server, workbench. I think no need to uninstall workbench. Workbench is a recent one, 8.0. I can see. Just uninstall this. Okay. MySQL installer also. No. Don't uninstall MySQL Workbench. It's okay. You're having 8.0. Okay, just uninstall. Uninstall MySQL installer. Okay, now you can try to install. Okay. So if you still, just restart your computer. Okay. So restart your computer, then try to install. Okay. And better to download MySQL installer 8.0, Abhishek. Okay, don't use something like 5.0. Download the recent version, and after restarting you can install. Okay, just restart your computer. Okay, and okay, yeah, let me take the attendance. Mm, 8. Okay, Nikhil, regular absent. Sandeep. Sandeep, there. Yes, Sandeep. Paras, Paras, Paras also not there. Yogesh,
Present, sir.
okay. Astosh,
Present, sir.
Sunil,
Present, sir.
Chetan,
Yes, sir.
Gunjan,
Yes, sir.
Nishant, Amit,
Present, sir.
Ankit,
Sir.
Hemant,
Yes, sir.
Deepak, absent. Suraj,
Yes, sir.
Krishna,
Yes, sir.
Nancy,
Present, sir.
Khushbu,
Present, sir.
Nitu, Nitu, Divya,
Present, sir.
Nisha absent, Nishita absent, Rahul,
Present, sir.
Sheetal, Barka absent, Priya, Priya,
Present, sir.
Rupa,
Present, sir.
Priyanshu,
Yes, sir, present.
Kritika absent, Abhishek,
Yes, sir.
Shika Sharma,
Present, sir.
Renu,
Present, sir.
Shant.
Present, sir.
Okay, we have 28 people. Wow. Okay, so today we can just rewind the entire concepts of JDBC, you know. So, I mean, just I'm going to explain about the basic connection with the JDBC, how to connect JDBC program and all, because so many people not yet started the programming with JDBC. Okay, so let's have a quick discussion on how to connect a database with MySQL, you know, with our Java application and everything. So after the discussion that one, so we can review our previous code. Okay, we have to review the code which we written in the yesterday na. So after reviewing the code, we can create a method called deposit. Okay, so to deposit a method to change the pin. Okay, so if customer wants to change the pin to his account, we have to give the permission, right? So we can ask him to change the pin also. Okay, so we can do these things. Okay, so let's start with Spring Tool Suite. Mm, trying to think. This is our file, I think. Bank DAO, banking customer, and bank main. We have bank DAO, bank main, and banking customer. Okay, we have three different files. Okay, we are working on these three files. Okay, so before reviewing the code, okay, let's create a one simple program to understand how to, how to connect a database with our Java application, because that part is very important, you know. So that's why we have to repeat, and most of the people wants to repeat that particular thing, right? So yeah, so before repeating, okay, so first we need to start with important steps to connect with the database. Okay, we need a 7 important steps to connect with the database, you know. So let's start. with the database with our Java application. So how many of you remember those 7 steps? We need 7 major steps to connect to database from Java application. Okay, what are those 7 important steps? Buddy? What is the first step?
First, importing packages.
Yes. So we have to import the package. Okay, import packages. And what? Register the driver. And coming to the third one.
Establish a secure connection.
Yeah, establish your connection. What one?
Statement.
Create a statement.
Yes.
Execute a query.
Execute.
It was
Process it.
processing the
Process results.
Process result.
the results. Very good.
Close connection.
Close
Close
connection.
connection.
We have 7 important steps. Okay, so first step, coming to the first step. Okay, so we have to import the packages now. So which type of packages we need to import? We need to if you want to work with SQL, so we have to import SQL package from Java library. Done. So we can write java.sql.star. Okay, so this will be our first first step in connecting to the database. Okay, coming to the load and register the driver. Okay, so if you want to communicate with the database, if you want to communicate with some other person, we need a one platform. Okay, so if you want to connect a database with our Java application, we need a one platform. That platform is known as the driver. Okay, so and we are using the thin driver. We are having the 4 different drivers now. So what are the 4 different drivers that are available in JDBC? Anybody? What are the
Native
4
driver,
native driver?
thin driver,
Hmm,
network protocol driver,
hmm.
and
JDBC,
O,
ODBC driver. Yeah.
ODBC,
So we have
bridge driver.
4 different types of JDBC drivers in Java. Okay. The first one is JDBC, ODBC bridge driver and native driver. Coming to the third one, network protocol driver, and the fourth one is the important one, the thin driver. Okay. So JDBC, ODBC driver, okay, and native driver. These drivers are built in C++, so that's why they are not that much secure. So that's why we are not using them. And coming to the network protocol driver, we can use the network protocol driver when we are using network database. And coming to the last one, the okay, the thin driver. Okay, so we are using the thin driver to connect a Java application with a database. Okay, so you can use any driver. Okay, we have different types of companies who are providing the SQL type database, right? So we have Oracle, we have MySQL, we have PostgreSQL. Okay, we have different types of companies who are providing the SQL to us. Okay, but so this thin driver, na, so when you are using the thin driver, every company has a one unique thin driver. Okay, every company has one unique thin driver. Okay, so still we are using okay MySQL in our programming, na, so we have to use the MySQL thin driver. Okay, the name of the MySQL thin driver will be, what is the name of the driver of MySQL? SQL. What is the name? Name of the MySQL will be com dot
Dot MySQL.
SQL dot
Dot
CJ,
cj dot
JDBC,
dot
JDBC
JDBC.
dot
Dot drive.
driver. Okay, D should be capital in the driver. Okay, so this is the name of the thin driver that we are using to connect. Okay,
TJ.
okay. See, sorry. So after the name of the driver, we have to we have to load the driver by using the class dot for name method. Okay, you have to using class for name method. After loading the driver, we need to get a we need to get connection. So here to get connection by using driver manager class. Okay, we have a particular class in SQL. Okay, which is a driver manager, and this driver manager class have a method called get connection method. Okay, driver manager have one method called get connection method. Okay, so by using this get connection, we can we can MySQL. So that connection method will expect three different parameters to connect. So we have to pass three different parameters to the get connection method. So the first one is URL. Second one,
Username,
username. Very good.
password.
The third one is
Password.
password. Okay, we need to pass three different parameters to the connection method. So after passing the three different parameters, okay, now we can use the secure connect. Okay, in connection we have to statement. Okay, by using the section we have to connect. Okay, and we have three different types of JDBC. Okay, so if you want to execute your query, so we need to execute the query. So statement is an empty block of space where you can store your query and you can execute it in the SQL. Okay, so we can create a three different types of statements. What are those three different types of statements? Creation of statements. Okay, so we need we have three different types. Okay, three types of statements. So the first one is the basic statement, and the second one is
Prepared statement.
prepared,
yeah, prepared statement, and the third one is
Callable
Callable.
statement.
callable statement. Very good. Okay, we have three different types of statements in JDBC. The first type, okay, the statement is used to, retrieve the, we can use it to this particular statement to retrieve the details. Okay, so to retrieve the description of the table, to retrieve the, different things. Okay, and coming to the prepared statement, if you want to update a table, if you want to update a particular table value, then you have to use the prepare statement. If you want to insert some values into the table, then you can use the prepare statement. Okay, we are modifying the data of the table. So when you are modifying the data of the table, you can use this prepare statements. That means we have a three types of languages in SQL, right? So do you know what are the three different types of languages? Anyone? What are the three different types of languages that are available in SQL? I think most of the people heard about this.
DML and DDL.
Yes, very good. So DDL, DML, and DCL, and other one we have DQL. Okay, so we have mainly we have a three, but we can say four. Okay, so data definition language DDL. Okay, data query language, data manipulation language, data control language. Okay, so generally we can so these are the update, insert, delete, these types of operations are the mainly DML. Okay, so you can use the DML types of statements, okay, with prepared statement. Okay, so if you want to write some queries, if you want to get some details, you can write a DQL, data data query language. Okay, you can write the DQL here. And if you want to so if you want to write some PLSQL statement, okay, so if you want to write some programs, okay, then you can use this particular callable statement, okay, to work with PLSQL things. Okay, so we have three different types of statements in JDBC. Okay, those are statement, prepare statement, and callable statement. Now it's the time to execute the statement. Okay, so execute a query, right? So when you are executing a query, okay, when you are executing, uh, we are having two different methods again. What are the two different methods that we are working with when we are executing a query? Execute, query, and
query, execute, update.
update. execute query and execute update. So if you want to retrieve the details, you can use the execute query. Okay, if you want to, if you want to insert some data, if you want to update some data, if you want to alter some data, then you can use the execute update. Okay, if you want to modify the data, then you can use the execute update. If you want to retrieve some data, then you can use the execute query. When you are executing a query, so this particular thing, okay, will return some result set. Okay, so execute query will return some result set, and execute update will return one integer. Okay, how many number of rows are modified, how many number of rows are affected by using our operation. Okay, so this will return one integer, okay, which defines the number of rows are affected by the our query. And execute query will return one result set where your result will be going to store. Okay, so yeah, we have to process the result by using some methods like get integer, get string. Okay, so we can use them. Okay, after processing the result, what we want to do, we have to close the connection. So closing the connection will be the last step. Okay, so these are the things that we have to follow when you are connecting a database with Java application. Okay, is this clear for everyone? So you have to know the theory before writing the programs. Guys, is there any doubts?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay,
No, sir.
and
No.
most of the people are working on it. So yeah. Okay, let's create a one simple program to retrieve the details. Okay, see, I'm using one class, uh, demo JDBC. Okay, so I can make this as a 0. Okay, JDBC 0, and we need a main method also. Click on the main and click on the finish. Okay, so we have one, one particular class where you can write your JDBC code. Okay, so first step we need to do is we have to import the package, right? So import java.sql.star. Okay, this is the first step. After writing the first step, so we have to write what we have to do. We have to load the driver, right? So class dot for name. Okay, so by using the class dot for name, we can load the driver. So what is the name? com dot sorry, com dot mysql dot cj dot jdbc dot driver. Okay, this is the name of the driver that we are mentioning, that we are using to connect the database. And here, okay, this particular thing will raise some exceptions in exceptional cases. So that's why we have to throw an exception at the main method. Okay, at the method declaration. Okay, so after loading and registering the driver, we need to get the connection, right? So we can get the connection by using the connection method, connection con equal to. Okay, so we have driver manager class, driver manager dot get connection. So here we have to pass the URL and username and password. Okay, we have to pass three different things. Okay, the password will be 905906 to my database, and we have a root as a username. Okay, now we have to mention the URL. Okay, we have to mention the URL to our database. Okay, so we have to mention the URL like this: JDBC MySQL colon slash localhost 3306 slash our database name. I forgot what is our database name. Anudeep Deep Tech. Deep Tech is our database. Okay, now you see, okay, we are mentioning three different parameters in the get connection method: URL, username, and the password. Okay, now we are having a unsecured connection. After having the secure connection, what we have to do, we have to, okay, we have to create the statement by using the connection object, right? So here I want to I want to write only, I want to retrieve the details. Okay, I don't want to do anything. So here I can write a statement con dot create statement. Okay, create statement. Actually now we need to write a one query. Okay, so string query equal to, you can write the query, okay, star select star from deep tech employee, deep tech emp. Okay, this is what we need. Okay, and if you want to select only one particular values, na, so where you can use the id, where eid equal to something like 101. Okay, so now we need to execute this particular query by using a statement, right? So statement dot execute query, execute query. We have to pass the query. So see what we are doing. So execute query will return some result set, right? So we have to store the this particular method call in the result set. Result set. So result set rs equal to statement dot execute query. Now we are having the results in the result set. Okay. So first we need to move the cursor. So that's why we have to write the rs dot next. Okay, now I want to print the name of the employee. Okay, so the name of the employee will be something. Okay, so here we can get the name of the employee by using the result set. Okay, so see string user equal to string or emp equal to, okay, emp equal to rs dot get string. Okay, we need to get the string, right? So get string. Okay, so here, okay, we have username in the second column. Okay, now you can print the output. Okay, emp. Okay, now you can run this particular code. Another Java application, and yes, oh, we are having so many things. Okay, so I have to start the SQL. I'm writing all this without starting my SQL. We have to start the server and see actually. So the workbench is loaded because, okay, so directly loaded because I mean connection I mean the server is not yet started. We have to start the server. Actually, yesterday I shut down my laptop, so that's why server got shut down. So we have to start the service. Go to the service. As I told you, we have to use a manual startup process for the MySQL. See, my process is manual. Okay, so I have to start manually. Start the server. Once you shut down your laptop, no, so your MySQL server also is going to shut down. You have to restart your server. Okay, that's what I'm doing here. So you can close this thing, close workbench. We don't need any workbench. Now you can just run. Yes, we have. Okay, we have Bhaskar. Okay, so I mean employee ID. Okay, so employee ID 101 is for Bhaskar. Okay, let's try with 102. Okay, 02 Amitava. 103 Mamta. So we have a values like this. Okay, if you want to print another thing, okay, if you want to print their salary, okay, so if you want to print their salary, you can print salary by using string emp rs dot get string get integer. Salary is an integer, right? So get integer. I think salary is in the fifth column, maybe, but I forgot. Sal. Mm, okay, actually it is an integer, right? Integer salary. Now you can run this program. Why I'm not getting an output here? Okay, maybe there is a something issue. Okay, actually we have a column range till 4. Okay, so, but I'm using the fifth column, so that's why it is showing the error. we have to write fourth column only. Yes, we have Mamta with 40,000 salary. Okay, so if you want to print Bhaskar salary, so you can use the 101 ID and run this. Okay, we have the things. Okay, so this is how you need to write a one secure connection with the database. Okay, is this clear for everyone? This is the basic thing. Okay, that we created on the first class of the JDBC. Is this okay? Any doubts? Sandeep?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay.
Sir, what if we have a different databases?
Sorry?
If we have a different databases,
If you are having a different database, you can write the different different driver name. Okay, you have to change the name of the driver and you have to change the URL also. So actually, I don't know about the name of the Oracle driver. Okay, let's see. Let's check in the Google. Oracle in driver for JDBC name. Hmm. See, okay. If you want to connect Oracle, na, see, we are having the some different thing. See. So JDBC colon Oracle thin at 1521. Okay, the default, see the driver name. I mean, so we are using the thin driver. Okay, so you can directly write the connection. Okay, thin driver is 100% Java driver and client side without using an Oracle also. See, if you are using Oracle, you have to use this particular syntax. But I'm not that much fan of Oracle name, so that's it. Hello.
no, sir. Actually, in MySQL, if we have a different databases name.
In your
In MySQL, like we have a banking database and then employee database. It's
okay,
different one.
okay. The database you are asking. Okay, if you are having another
Yes,
database.
sir.
Okay, so you can change your database name from the URL. Na? So here we are having only deep tech is the database. Okay, you can change this.
Okay, sir.
You can change the URL.
So otherwise, all the programming is same
Yeah,
for
everything
connection.
is same, but you have to change the name, and you have to change the table name also according to your your requirements. So name of the database and name of the table you have to change.
Okay.
Okay, Sandeep.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any doubts, guys? Anyone? Okay, I think nobody having any doubts. Okay, we can start with our project. See, actually, this is the bank.dow class that we created. We have to create the DAO type structure. What is the full form of DAO, ma? Full form of DAO. DAO.
Data
Data
access
access
object.
object.
Yeah, data access object. Okay, so here we have to create the DAO like structure to work with the real time projects. Okay, so did you heard about API? API. Anybody? Did you hear about API?
Application Programming Interface.
Yes, very good. So what it meant by API? What is the use of application programming interface? Very good. What is the use of API?
Automation.
Automation
On
on
web pages, website.
just elaborate, Rahul. Just elaborate.
For example,
Hmm.
ClickBus websites where
Hmm.
scores automatically changes.
Okay. So how it is changing by using an API? You're saying.
by connecting with database.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. You have some idea. Okay. Good. Very good. So, see, API is one of the API plays important role in web designing. Okay. So API stands for application programming interface. Okay. See. So this API is a one carrier. Okay. This API is a one carrier. Okay. For example. Okay. See. You are having one particular database. Okay, you are having a one particular database. Okay, and you are having your web application. You are having your web application. Okay, this API, okay, this is the carrier, na? So this is the carrier which carries the database to the, okay, which carries one particular information to the database from the web application, and which retrieves some data from the database to the web application. Okay, so carrier is the API between web application. That means, okay, if you are having a front end, okay, and you are having a back end, so you need to connect a front end and back end with something. That something is known as the carrier. Okay, so that that carrier is known as the API. So if you want to create a login, if you want to create a login, you have to retrieve the data and you have to match the data, right? So that particular method, okay, in the real time application, so we created the method in the DAO object, right? So that particular method we known as, okay, that particular method of a login is known as an API. So when you are creating a Hibernate, when you are creating a program in Spring Boot services, okay, you cannot write something like this, na? So we have to create an API, so which is running on the server. Okay, so here we are not using any server, but we need a server, right? So an API, okay, is the interface between the database and web application, which carries the data between those. Okay, so here, okay, you can create the APIs by using the same design pattern. Okay, as I already told you, DAO object is nothing but a DAO. Okay, is a design pattern generally. Okay, of design pattern of a backend. So when you are creating a one backend for one application, one Android application or one web application, or any type of applications, you can see. Okay, so you have to create an APIs. You have to create a backend by using the DAO-like structure. Okay, DAO is the structure to create the APIs, to create the backend techniques and all. Okay, here, okay, I am saying this is a method. I am saying register customer is a method, na? But okay, when you are writing same this method in the Spring Boot application or in the Hibernate, you can call this particular method as a API, because this method is running with the server. Right now we are not having any server. That's a different thing. Okay, if you create something in the server, no, so you have to run this particular method by using the one domain. Okay, so you can write something like this. Okay, if you want to register the data, okay, for example, okay, you have a sign up form, na? You have a sign up form. Assume you created a sign up form with HTML and so and so. Okay, now you need to connect, okay, a backend to store the, to register. Okay, you want to store the sign up details of the user by using, into your database. So you cannot do directly, so you need a one interface. Okay, that interface is running in the one server. So we can call the register method by using the following syntax. For example, server is running on the 330, 3000, okay, port, and here we can call register. What is the name? Uh, Register customer. Okay, see, okay, you are using the register customer in one server. So you have to connect your front end and back end by using this particular method. Okay, so this is the API. This is the register customer API. Okay, API is an interface which connects both the front end and back end with the one particular intermediate connection. Okay, by using this API you can fetch the data. By using this API you can insert the data. Okay, so as said by the, Rahul said something now, so about ClickBuzz. In the ClickBuzz application, there is a database of the score. There is a database of the batsman and bowler. Okay, so you are fetching those details by using an API. You have a front end, you have a database, you are connecting them by using the API. Okay, so here we have to create the different types of APIs when we are creating the real-time projects. When you are creating the, something in the Tomcat server, Apache server, we are having the different types of servers. Okay, so we have to create an APIs. Okay, so if you want to create an API, so you have to follow same structure. Okay, so this is the structure for everything. So if you want to create a backend, this is the best structure. This is the best design pattern to create the backend, to create the APIs. Okay, so here we can say register customer is an one API, and login is an API, and withdraw is an API. And if you want to write a deposit, if you want to write a pin change option, those are also APIs, application programming interface. But still, we are in the basics of JDBC, we are in the basics of backend connectivity. Okay, we can call them as a method. Okay, right now we are calling them as a method. Na? So in the future, we can call these methods as an APIs. Okay, so API is nothing but an application programming interface, which is an intermediary, which is an intermediate connection, which is intermediate platform between the front end and back end of the application, which is used to retrieve the details, which is used to insert the details. Okay, so that's what you have to remember. So that's why we are using DAO like structure from today. Okay, so we have to understand the structure now, so that's why we have to understand the structure from the basics part only. So if I explain this topic in the Hibernate, definitely you will confused. If I explain you about the directly an API, okay, definitely you will confuse. Okay, so that's why. So I want you to understand what is a method and what is a design pattern. Okay, then I can explain about the API and everything in the Hibernate and Spring Boot services. Okay, so please remember this structure of the DAO that we are creating. Okay, see, we are not, I mean, actually, register account, withdraw amount, these are all the three different programs actually. Okay, so withdraw is a different program, and login is a different program, and register customer is a different program. And in those different programs, we are using the same connection method. Okay, by using the same connection method, you can implement three different programs in one file. Okay, if you don't know about this DAO like structure, so you have to create a one particular file as a register customer. You have to create a one separate file for the login. You have to create separate file for the, something about withdrawal or deposit. Okay, so there we are creating the different types of methods, but here, I mean, different types of the files, but here we are creating the different types of methods in one particular class. Okay, so I mean, by using this particular syntax, you can reuse the code. Okay, so we increased the reusability of the code. Okay, so please remember this structure. So DAO object is one of the important concepts about the backend. So still we are in a basic, so that's why I'm explaining you this DAO structure. Okay, at the end of the course, you have to create the project, right? So you need something interesting. You need to carry some project. Okay, so that's what our aim is. Okay, so you have to know how to create the real-time project and everything from today's class onwards. Okay, please practice on the application development. Okay, so today I told you about the banking like application, so you can create something like employee management application where you can add the employee, where you can add the salary of the employee. If you want to increase, if you want to give the hike to the employee, you can write a method. Okay, so you can implement these types of methods. Okay, when you are connecting it to the front end, then it will be good. Okay, so better to work on the project like structure. Okay, so I appreciate you if you create an employee management system by using this same DAO object. Okay, so that's not a mandatory, but please try to create a project. Okay, so you have to practice something other than our daily class, right? Practice, I mean, please try to create a employee management application for your practice. Okay, but this banking project is important. You have to complete it by the end of the day. Okay, see, let's review the code that we have wrote. So actually I mean, in the Java object, we created a one instance variable as connection okay, because we need to use the connection variable in the every method. So that's why I created this connection as a instance variable. And here in the connect method, we are registering the driver and we are getting the new connection. Okay. So coming to the register customer, okay. So we are expecting one particular banking customer object. We created a banking customer class where you are having a one model. Okay, this is the model of the banking customer class. Okay, so you can add a model like that. Okay, you can create the object for the class and you can add the data to the object values. See, right now we are having a b1 object, na? So b1 is the object of, okay, banking customer, and here we are fetching the details of the b1. Okay, these details will pass it from the main method. In the main method we are passing the values here. See, we are creating the one particular object b1 dot c name, b1 dot c password. Okay, we are creating one employee there and we are adding the values to the employee, sorry, customer, not an employee, sorry, this is the customer. Okay, so after registering the customer class, after registering a customer, now we are trying to log in. Okay, we are trying to log in here. Okay, so we are logging in
Excuse
based
me,
on,
sir.
yes.
Sir, can you explain me this query? Select start from the banking where C name is equals to. Why we have passed
Okay,
username? Because we
okay.
are from another class.
Hmm. Okay, let's do. So let's open the MySQL, then we can, see. So first understand the theory. Okay, so we have to create, I mean, login. Okay, we have to create the login bar, login page. Okay, so in the login page, generally, what you are expecting. So we have to expect an username and password for the from the user to log in to his account, right? So here we are expecting two strings, which is a username and password. Username and password. So first we have to check whether the user, okay, whether the username, okay, so is registered into our particular database or not, right? So before validating the password, before doing any other thing, we have to check whether this particular user registered into our database or not, right? So we are checking the I mean user, I mean um, we are checking the user is registered into our database or not by fetching the details of the user from the username. Okay, see, let's see. I can explain you something here. Use Anadeep Tech is our database. Now you can write the select command, select star from sorry, deep tech employee. Okay, see, right now we are having the so many usernames and so many things, right? So here, okay, here I want to fetch one user details. Okay, I want to fetch one user details. Okay, so the user details, okay, so their user is giving one particular username. Okay, user is giving the username. So based on the username only, I want to fetch his details, right? So here we stored in the table, we stored the username in the ename column. Okay, we have a column called ename. In the ename we are having the username, see, Bhaskar, Amtava, Mamta, Sansta, right? Okay, so we have to select the, okay, this ename. Okay, we have to select the this ename from the, okay, this username. So if ename equal to the given username, okay, if ename equal to given username, then what to do, then what to do? So we have to fetch the details. Okay, for example, let's say, okay, ename is Rupa. Okay, let's say ename is, I mean, sorry, username is Rupa. Okay, Rupa is trying to log in into our system. Okay, Rupa entered, something like, in the login screen, Rupa entered, Rupa is the username, and 12345 is the password. Okay, this is what Rupa entered. Now we have to fetch Rupa details, na? So we have to fetch the Rupa details. So how to fetch the Rupa details? By using her username. Okay, so here we stored the username in the ename column. Okay, so that's why I am checking where ename equal to Rupa. Okay, select star from, okay, deep tech employee where employee name equal to Rupa. Okay, see, so select star from deep tech employee where employee name ename equal to Rupa. Okay, so let's run this. See, we don't get anything. We are getting nulls. Okay, EID null, 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 null. Because Rupa is not registered in the database. Now we no need to check the password. No? So Rupa is not registered into database. How can we check password? So we can raise one error message. Okay, based on this particular command. Okay, so that's why I wrote this thing. String query. Okay, select star from banking where C name equal to customer name equal to username. Is this okay, Rupa? Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. So for example, it's okay to you. Okay, so let's say something Bhaskar. Okay, let's say okay username entered by the user is Bhaskar. This time username is Bhaskar. So we have to check. Okay, Bhaskar. We have to check Bhaskar. So actually the name of the table that we are working on banking. Okay, banking. Okay, so we are checking with the basket. Now let's run this. And okay, so actually there is something called C name, not E name. Okay, see, okay, whenever the user gives Bhaskar as the username, Bhaskar as a username, okay, so we are matching the value. So if any value found, okay, if any value found, see, now we have found some values, okay, based on the Bhaskar username. Okay, we found the some values. Now we have the details of the Bhaskar. That means Bhaskar is registered into our database. Okay, so now we can check the password entered by the Bhaskar. Okay, so if you write this particular command, na, select star from banking where C name equal to Bhaskar. If you write this particular command, you will have some result. Na? You will have some result in the result set because we are fetching the values. Okay, so when you are fetching the values, you will have a result set for sure. Okay, that's what we are explaining here. Okay, see. Okay, execute a query. Okay, so we are executing one query and we are getting the result set here. Okay, see, we have some result set now. So in the result set we are having all the values, we are having all the values of Bhaskar, like we have Bhaskar username, we have Bhaskar password, we have Bhaskar account balance, we have everything. Okay, now in the result set, okay, from the result set rs, okay, I want to fetch the password. String password equal to string password equal to, okay, see what is the column name of the password, C password. Okay, we have to get the password by using the column number or column name, you can do anything. So third column, okay, we have a third column, so get string from third column. Okay, so result has this result set have, okay, these values, like one is the customer ID and Bhaskar is the customer name and password something, and you know account balance, that's all, phone number something, and account balance. Okay, we have these things. Now we need to fetch the password to check the login, right? So here I'm fetching the password because password is presented in the third column. Okay, now we have a password from the database. Now we have a password from the database. Okay, and Bhaskar entered some password. Bhaskar entered some password. Now we can check this password. Okay, how can we check this password? Password entered, I mean in the from the database is equals, okay, is equals 12345, okay, which is entered by the user. Okay, 12345 entered by the user and password is coming from the database. Now both are equal, then we can print something, then we can say login is success. Okay, then we can say login is success. Okay, so that's what we are doing in the login part. See, we are fetching the password. Okay, if both the password from the database and password from the user got equal, then here I don't want to print any message. I just want to return one employee ID. Okay, I just want to return one employee ID which is used in the future. Okay, if we want to withdraw, na, if we want to if employee wants to withdraw something, okay, then we have to, okay, we have to get the details by using the employee ID and everything. So that's why I'm returning one employee ID if login is success. Okay, see, if I'm returning 0, okay, if I mean this password is not equal to the given password. Okay, so if the value is 0, I can print a message like wrong password. Okay, and if, okay, if the user details not found, na, if the user details not found, okay, here I'm returning -1. Okay, here I'm returning -1. So in the -1, what I'm saying, see, if the value is -1, if the value is -1, I am saying account is not found. That's what the mean, right? So if you don't found any details now, so user not registered into our account. So that's why, okay, I'm printing a message like please register yourself into our, I mean our database. Okay, this is how we need to write for the login. First we need to check whether the username is registered into our account or not. If we found username in the database, then we can fetch the password from the username. Okay, and user already entered some password, right? Okay, user already entered some password. If the given password equal to the stored password, then we can, okay, print a message like login success. Otherwise we can print, okay, something like wrong password or invalid login. Okay, we can print like that. Okay, this is how we are doing the login session. Guys, are you clear with the login? Any doubts in the login? See, this is the login page. If you are clear with the login, you can continue with the session. Otherwise, I can explain it in a different way. Is this clear? Any doubt? No? Guys, no doubts. Okay. I can understand the silence. And yes, we'll do something. Okay. So the login is clear, na? For everyone. Login and register. Register customer and login to the account. Okay, after login, I am performing the withdraw method. I'm performing withdraw method. Okay, so where, okay, withdraw method, we can withdraw the some amount from the account. Okay, by using the customer ID. Okay, user have to log in into our account. If user login successfully, then user can have customer ID. If it customer ID, okay, so if customer ID, okay, customer id equal to given customer id or something, okay, so then we can fetch the details and we can withdraw the money. Okay, and when we are withdrawing the some money, we have to check another condition. Okay, the withdrawable money is, okay, lesser than the account balance or not. If withdrawable money is greater than account balance, we can print a error message. Okay, I mean something like, not having enough balance, something like that. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. See, the account balance, I'm getting the account balance from the database. Okay, if account balance is greater than required amount, then we can happily withdraw the amount. If the account balance, okay, if account balance is less than the withdrawable amount, I mean user wants amount, okay, then we can print some error messages. Okay, we are printing the error messages based on the value that we are passing. See, return -1. If the value is -1, we have to print some message like not enough money or not enough balance, something like that. Okay, here result 2 is less than 0, then we can print something like something went wrong. Okay, so now I want to add, okay, check your balance, okay, check your balance and deposit and pin change option. I want to add three methods, ma. Check balance of the account, check balance and deposit and pin change. I want to introduce these three methods in our application. Okay, so shall we do?
Yes, sir. Sir, but yesterday we can't print the updated balance when we withdraw some amount from our balance. It's only
Right.
say that
Okay,
one
okay.
row.
So we can do this by using the check balance method. We can create a check balance method after withdrawing. We can call this check balance method to print.
Okay,
Okay,
sir. Okay.
we can add this method too. And yes, someone raised hand. Yes, Ketan.
Sir, instead of writing this, we can account balance directly in withdraw withdraw method.
Ketan. Ketan, I didn't understand.
Sir, in
Instead of
withdraw method,
hmm,
so we
withdraw method.
can directly return account balance. No?
Yeah, we can pass the employee details there, na? That's what you're saying.
No, sir. I'm saying in on the 70 line, you are
Okay.
returning res.
Yeah.
So instead of returning res, we can return directly account balance. AC bell
Okay.
on 65th line.
Okay. You want to return this particular value. Okay.
Uh, so this
Mm,
is the updated balance. No.
okay. Okay. So yes, we can do this. I think so. Okay. Mm, okay. We do. I'm returning account balance. Okay. Account balance. Okay. So we are already having the perfect amount in the account balance. Okay. I have no idea about this. Thank you. Thank you, Ketan. So we can print account balance here. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's try with it. Now I want to log in into my account too, and the customer ID Bhaskar and 12345, I think so. Login success. Now we can withdraw some method. Withdraw amount. Withdraw 2000 from my account and withdraw done. Yes, the updated balance is 3000. Let's check this in the database. See, we are having 3000 in the account balance. Yes, thank you, Ketan. This is a, yeah, we can do this. Okay, let's appreciate Ketan for it. Very good. Hmm. I think Priyanshu, your doubt got clear. Thanks to Ketan. Now, now we can print. I mean, now we can create the a method like something like check account balance. Okay, if user wants to check account balance, then we can print the account balance and we can create the deposit method and pin change option. Okay, so let's print something here. Okay, after successful login, okay, 3 4 uh, secure balance, check balance, and where it is 4 for in change. Okay, so let's check with this. And yes, we want to log in. So Bhaskar and 12345 is the password. And see, now we are having four things. Okay, check for three. I mean 3 for the check balance and 4 for pin change option. Okay, So we can implement these three methods. Yesterday we implemented only withdraw method. Now we can implement deposit, check balance, and pin change option today. Okay. Mm, so where is this method got ended? This is the method close. Okay. Let's remove the empty spaces from the code. It will irritate us. Okay. Now we can create one method here. Okay. Public. Okay. Um, Here we want to deposit some amount now. So and with this deposit amount also, okay, we can return integer. Okay. So deposit, and for depositing also we want to we want to get customer ID and amount from the user. And this particular method maybe will raise some exceptions in creating the statement and all. Okay, this is the method we want to write. So see, this is the withdraw method na? So we can implement same thing here. Okay, so I'm copying the same thing. Okay. In the place of minus we can add plus, that's it. Otherwise okay, I'll write code. Why don't you paste? So first let's create a query to read the values. Okay, string query equal to select r from banking table. Okay, where customer id equal to given customer id. Okay, so this is the query we have. Now we have to, okay, we want to execute the statement na? Now let's create a small statement st equal to on dot create statement, where we have to pass, where we have to execute our query. Okay, and we need a result set to store the result set of the query rs. Okay, and we can execute this particular method by using execute query. In the execute query I am passing a new query here. Okay, right now we have result set na? Now we need to fetch the account balance. Int account balance equal to, okay, in the result set we are having all the values. So rs dot, okay, get integer, and what is the column, and 5 is the column. Okay, so if we have a result set, okay, we can write this thing. If rs dot next is available, if rs dot next, that means, okay, if result set is not empty, then we can fetch the data. After fetching the data na, so we can add new amount. Okay, we have a new amount. Okay, so that's why I am updating amount with this. Okay, account balance plus equal to, we have to use plus equal to. That means, okay, for example, you are already having a 5,000 in your account, and now you want to add 2,000 to is your account. Now we have to add account balance equal to account balance plus amount. Okay, so that's why I'm writing arithmetic assignment operator, already existing value added with the new value. That means you are having a 7,000 right now. Okay, see, we are having a one particular value na? Now, okay, now you can return the value from this, return account balance. Okay, so if the value is not updated, if we didn't get any perfect value, okay, then we can return -1. If something went wrong, we can return -1. We can print the error message by using this -1.
Sir,
Hmm.
with the change of state of -1, we can directly print here message now.
No, actually, this is the controller, na? So we cannot print anything here. You
Okay,
cannot
sir.
use system.out.println. You
Okay,
can
sir.
print everything in the main method only. See,
Okay.
we are not printing anything here. We are not using system.out.println in this program. In the controller, you cannot do anything. Okay. This is a structure, man. You can print it. Okay, you can print here only. You can print your account balance here only. But this is not. That's not a way. Okay.
Okay, sir.
We
Okay, sir.
we want to implement data abstraction. We want to hide the implementation details, right? So this is the implementation details. We can hide them by calling into the main method. Right? See, and here we wrote, okay, case one. If user press one, we have to do all these things. Okay. Now we have to write case two. Case two. See, I'm not using the break statement. Why? I'm not using break statement, huh? Do you know why? I am using ex expression labels. See, so if user press, sorry, someone saying something. Okay. So if user wants to withdraw some money, okay, now we have to, sorry, user wants to deposit some money. We have to read the money from the user. How much money you want to deposit? Enter money, sorry, enter amount to deposit. Okay, enter money to deposit. Okay, so now we have to read the amount. Int amount equal to bs dot next int. Okay, now we have to I mean we have to call the method. Okay, first we need to connect with the database, right? So dot connect, which helps you to connect with the database. After connecting from the database now, so now you can call this thing int rest. I think we are already having this dot connect method in the login. When user logging in, when user is logging in, okay, we are already having the connection, so we no need to create a new connection here. No need to write the connection method. See, rs3 or rs2 anything, 2 equal to dow dot deposit method. Dow dot deposit method. Here we have to pass the id which is given from the login. We have to pass the amount also. And we are getting some error, I think. Okay, so this is the result. We are having the result variable. Okay, the variable that we are using is wrong. See, when your user is logging in, so we are getting the result value. Okay, so we have to pass the result, not CID result. The result is contains CID automatically, but I changed the variable name, so that's it. Okay, if rs2 equal to -1, okay, if res2 equal to -1, then we can print one error message, system.out.println something went wrong. Something went wrong. Okay, else, why I'm getting error? Okay, spelling mistake again. Println. Else, we can print updated balance. See, deposit done. Okay, updated balance is updated balance is. Okay, here we can print the result too. Okay, now we can write this. Let's check whether it is working or not. Okay, 2 for login, enter customer name and all, Bhaskar, and 1 2 3 4 5, and the login is success. Now we can select any amount, enter 2. Okay, enter amount to deposit. Okay, so I'm entering 5,000. Okay, I want to I want to add 5,000 into my account. So now updated balance is 8,000, because here we are already having a 3,000, na? So we withdraw some amount, na? So we are already having 3,000. Now you can run this. I think actually 8,000 have to update. Okay, something is going on. Actually, after this account balance, after adding the amount, na, so we have to insert the amount, we have to update the amount in a table, right? We are not updating the amount in the table. We have to update the amount in the table. Okay, so just we need to write some other things here. Okay, so we are actually updating, we are actually printing the amount, but we are not updating into the table. Okay, we have to update to the table. Okay, so now we have to write another query here. String query 2 equal to select star from banking where CID. Actually, no. This is not the thing. We have to update the value. No? Update table banking set. Okay, we have to set account balance. I think C account balance, customer account balance to the new account balance. New account balance. Okay, where CID, where CID equal to CID. This is the query. Okay, that means, okay, see, we are updating the, okay, value. We are updating the account balance. Okay, see, so how to update the account balance for one particular user? Okay, we are withdrawing the some amount from the user, na? So we have to withdraw, I mean, so we have to, okay, deposit the same amount to the same particular person. Okay, so that's why I am selecting the, okay, I mean, updating the values. I am updating the bank account values, update table, banking. Okay, so we are setting the new value to the account balance. PC account balance equal to new amount. New amount, like, you know, so you want to add 5,000, for example. Okay, where we have to mention the customer ID to whom you are updating. So you have to use the customer ID. So one is the customer ID. Okay, now this was executed. Okay, so as similar to this, I am writing the same query here. Okay, so now we need to prepare statement. Okay, we have to use the prepared statement because we are updating the values, right? Prepared statement pst equal to new, sorry, connection dot prepare statement. Array, what's happening? Connection dot prepare statement, and we have to pass the our query to here. Now we have to execute this. Okay, so we have to execute by using something like, you know, pst do dot. Okay, we are updating the values. That means we are using we are modifying the data, so you have to use execute update. Execute update. Okay, after I mean, after updation of the value, we can return the value. Okay, now let's check whether it is working perfectly or not. To Bhaskar 1 2 3 4 5, and we want to deposit something, and I want to deposit 3,000. See, in the table now we are already having 3,000. Now it has to print 6,000. Okay, oh, we got some issue. Account balance table. Okay, okay, so we have to remove. Okay, I think table is not the word that we have to use here. Okay, I'm removing the table. So we need to work with the SQL queries. Actually, I wrote table na in the update, so that's why I thought we are getting some issues. Check 2,000. Now it has to print 5,000. Again, we are having the issue. Okay. Where class, where CID equal to 1. Okay.
Sir, insert into.
No, we are already inserted the values. Now we have to use update only. Okay. Here we have to use the equal to, na. So account balance equal to new account balance. So I forgot to use the equal to. Maybe this one. Now let's run this. 2 Bhaskar 1 2 3 4 5 2 and 2000 insert, and yes, okay, updated balance is 5000. Now let's check whether it is updated in the table or not. Yes, the table got updated 5000 we have, and it got printed 5000. Okay, so yeah, we have to get the errors for sure. Okay, if you go, I mean, if you got the output in the first attempt, na, we didn't get a, that much of kick, na. We have to get errors. We have to solve the errors. Yes. Okay, so this is how you need to update the values after depositing. Okay, this is the deposit method. Is this clear? I think we are doing the same thing in the withdraw. See, we are doing the same thing. Okay, in the place of minus, we have to add plus, and we don't need this if, because it is a depositing. Na? So we didn't need to check whether the amount is greater or small. Okay, so we are doing the same thing here also in the deposit. Okay, in the place of minus, we are using plus, because if you want to withdraw, you have to subtract. If you want to deposit, you have to add the value. Okay, that's the difference. Okay, guys, is this clear? Deposit method. Now it is the time to create check balance method and pin change option. Okay, so we can do this after having the break. So it is 11:45 almost. Okay, let's take a break till 12 o'clock. Okay, so we can design other two options after coming from the break. Is it okay? And you can complete all this. I mean, I'll push the code into the GitHub, don't worry. So you can do the same things. You have to update the code in your GitHub by the end of the day. I want to show your project in tomorrow's meeting. Okay, remember. So let's have a break for 15 minutes and come back.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm facing some issues. If you get free, then please help me to resolve that.
Okay, okay. So you can share your screen.
Okay, sir.
Banking name.
Sir, actually, I'm facing issue in employee management system.
Okay, okay.
Sir is stuck after the welcome to management system, employee management system. It's not showing everything.
Okay. Okay. Please, I mean, please double click on the console, no, Hans? Double click on the console. Okay.
Sir,
So try
I
to
think,
enter something.
sir, it doesn't entering, and I think it's the problem with switch expression. And for that, I change over there like project properties. I change the build path, but it's all I don't know what happening.
Okay. 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 Show me the code. I
Okay.
mean, double click on the console again. Okay. So there is an issue with the switch statement that you are expecting.
Yes, sir. Switch expression.
Okay. Mm, case one. Okay. We are pressing option to use that. Just hover on the case. Arrow in case statement support to be
Yes, sir.
Java
For
14 onwards. Okay. Okay. So I mean, so please give the space between one and arrow. No. Again, it is showing same thing.
it is
You are
resolved.
using.
It is resolved. I have just changed the properties from here. But
Okay.
after that, it's again showing the error.
Mm, okay. Changes the compiler.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why you are using 1.8?
Yeah, I have changed it to 17, but my
Hmm.
other programs are affected also. So they are again they
Okay.
are facing some
No,
problem.
no. Use 17 only. I think maybe there is an issue with some other thing. There is no issue with the version. Yeah.
Sir, same
Can you?
facing with me, so I can solve it for inverted comma because arrow button in
Where in
switch
the
case
inverted
not
comma?
supported in 8. For
Yeah,
latest
that's what I
version
told you.
14
No.
plus
So
it will support it.
no, better to use 17 only. So I told you many times,
Yeah, yes,
na.
sir.
So better
So
to use 17
it use
only.
inverted comma double point. So switch case after not using array
Mm-hmm.
arrow button.
It's not
Okay.
printing anything. It's just
Still.
stuck after welcome to employee management system. That's it. It's not printing these lines,
Okay.
adding to database and
Okay.
all.
Okay. Do one thing, Rija. So in the place of arrow, as of now, just use the colon. Just use the older syntax of switch.
And breakpoints are
Yeah,
using.
yeah. You have to use both also. The basic, the basic level statement. And give me a moment. Hello. Divya, what happened? Yeah, is it working perfectly?
So, sir, it's again stuck in there.
Okay, okay. Mm, open. Use a break statement at the end of, see, you are closing the bracket, na, for case one.
Yes, sir.
Please write the break statement. Mm. Okay, Divya, do one thing. Okay. You have any task with you?
Yes, sir.
Share me the any task ID. I'll connect you to the any task. I
Okay.
will share the screen. Hello. Hello. I'm audible. Hello. I think I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Give me a minute. Hello. Ah, ఇప్పుడు okay, my screen is audible, but sorry, I'm audible, but screen is fast. Nishant,
Your
is it
screen is
no?
also pausing sometimes.
Okay. Please maybe running in the area so that they will be trained. Again, I'm telling the same thing. Okay, please use the recent version. Please use the version only because
Sir, your
we're
voice is
using
not coming out properly.
hello. Hello.
Your
Yes,
voice
sir.
is still breaking.
I have a good signal due to and maybe I'm getting some good net. I'm using Airtel. That's it. Correct. you will do one thing. So we'll connect you through any our class. Okay. So I think in the afternoon we have class today. I'll let you in the afternoon. Okay. Then we can solve it. Okay. I mean, to access any desk, we need a good internet connection. But right now, I'm having some trouble with my internet, so that's why. Okay. So we can connect in the afternoon. Okay. Hmm. Okay. So other than Divya, anybody having any doubts, issues? Someone raised hand, but I cannot see. Someone raised a hand. Hmm. Wendy, I mean, guys, my screen is visible, right? Hello. And voice, okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Gunjan, my screen is okay, right?
Oh, sir. Stuck.
Okay, give me a minute. I'll rejoin in the meeting. Okay. I
Okay,
left the
sir.
meeting.
Okay, sir.
Hello, guys. I think to Ronaldo. अरे अच्छा Hello. Guys, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Screen? Okay. 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 Cool. Okay. So we implemented deposit method. Now it's time to implement the check balance and pin change option. Okay. So I think check balance is a very easy method to implement. Okay. So you can, you can read the customer ID from the user, and you can fetch the details from the, based on the customer ID, and you can print the check balance directly on the screen. Okay. See. So let's implement check balance. Okay. So public int. Okay, here also we are passing integer only, and public int check balance. This check balance method is expecting customer ID because we want to fetch the values. Okay, and we have to raise on exception because we are going to use some statements. Okay, let's write a query here. String query equal to the same query, select star from. Okay, banking, same query, where customer ID, where customer ID equal to CID equal to CID. Okay, this is the query. Now we need to execute this query, and we are fetching the details. So that's why I'm creating a normal statement, statement st equal to, okay, con dot create statement. Okay, right now. So here you can implement, okay, here you can implement execute query now. Sorry, st dot execute query. We are using execute query na. So we have to store the results of this query in the result set rs again, result set rs. Now we want to, okay, read only the account balance from the user na. So int account balance equal to rs. Okay, result set dot get integer of column 5. Okay, get integer of column 5 because the account balance is in the fifth column. Okay, so yeah, after fetching the details we can return the account balance. Okay, that's it, no need to change anything. Okay, now you can call this check balance method. Okay, so here we are closing the case 2. Now you can implement case 3 here. Case 3 arrow. Okay, here we can directly fetch the value. Okay, system dot out dot println your balance is. Okay, here I want to, I'm directly printing the value. I don't want to store in any value. Okay, so here we can print dot check balance. Here we have to pass result, okay, so which we got from login session. Okay, so that's it. You can implement the check balance in one line. Okay, let's try to print the values. Okay, second I want to log in. After login you can print the values 1 2 3 4 5, and here I want to check my balance. Okay, yes, we are having some issues. Actually I forgot to use rs.next. We have to use the rs.next to fetch the values now. We have to use the query rs.next because we need to change the arrow. Okay, let's see how it is going to print. 2 customer name Bhaskar 1 2 3 4 5, and now we need to print the balance. Your balance is 5,000 rupees. Okay, so this is how you can print the account balance. Okay, now let's create the program for, okay, pin change. Okay, so we can change the pin, okay, in one API. Okay, here we have to do something. See, in the pin change method we can expect two different values again. The first one is customer ID and new pin. Okay, int new pin. Okay, see, so here we want to do something. Okay, so we can fetch the values of the customer by using the customer ID. Okay, now in this particular result set, now we will get some result after executing the query. In the result set, you can have one password from the database. Okay, so let me name it. So pwd is a password. Okay, if here we have to change something. Okay, if existing password equal to the new pin. Okay, if the existing password equal to the new pin, okay, new pin, then okay, we can pass one message. Okay, we can pass one message like, you know, uh, I mean, password cannot be the same. Okay, we can print something like password cannot be the same as old password. Okay, some message like this. Okay, if not, if password is not equal to new pin, then we can update the password. We can update the password by using the update command. Update banking set password equal to customer password equal to, okay, given password, the new pin. Okay, new pin, where cid equal to given cid. Okay, this is a command to update the value. Okay, so we can do, okay, pin change option. In the pin change option, we can compare the old password with the new password. If old password equal to new password, then we can print one error message. Okay, we have to print one error message. Okay, so I mean, in the controller we cannot print directly a message, right? So here you can return one particular value. You can return, okay, -1. Okay, if the result is -1, okay, you can print something. Okay, you can print something like error message. If the result is not equal to -1, if result equal to something like 1 or 2, okay, you can print the, I mean, success messages. Okay, so we can perform pin change option with this. Okay, let's check. Go to the banking DAO. So here in the banking DAO object now, so I'm creating public. Again, I'm passing integer. Okay, pin change option, pin change. Okay, so in the pin change option, we have to expect two different values. One is cid and one is new pin, into new pin. And we have to throw some new exception as well. Throws exception. Okay, so here, okay, here we have to write the command. Okay, so we have to write the same command as similar to this. Okay, so that's why I'm copying this. Okay, and we have to get the password from the and it is an integer. Okay, which is a integer. Password is an integer. Fine. And here also the new pin also must be the password. See, is an integer here. Okay, now we can match the old password. Okay, pwd is the old password and the new pin is the new password, right? So here you can compare the value. Okay, you can compare the values by using equals method. Equal to the new pin and we return -1. -1. Okay, otherwise if not, we can return, we can add the value, we can update the value here. Okay, so here we can create a new query, string query equal to 2 equal to, okay, we can write the new query with the update command. Update banking. Okay, update banking. We have to set the password. Okay, so what is the column name? C password is the column name. C password equal to, okay, C password equal to the new pin. We are setting the new pin. Okay, see, now, okay, now we have to write the where class, where cid equal to new cid, customer id. Okay, this is how you need to update the password. Okay, after successful updation, after successful updation, okay, so we can return one integer. Okay, so here, we have to execute this query. So to execute this query, we need to use the prepared statement, but because we are updating the values. Okay, prepared statement pst equal to, okay, connection dot prepare statement. I have to pass the query to here. Okay, now int count equal to, okay, we can execute this method ps2 dot execute update. Okay, so here you can return the this count value, return count value, return count value. Okay, this is the pin change method. Let's implement this method in the main. Okay, now we have to create a new, I mean, case 4. Okay, in the case 4, we have to ask, okay, we have to ask password to the, I mean, password println enter new password. Okay, so here we can expect one password string pwd equal to bs dot next, bs dot next. Okay, now here, okay, here we can call the method. So dow, what is the name? I forgot. Pin change. Pin change. Here we have to pass the result, okay, which is coming from the, okay, login, and we have to pass the password here. Yes, and we will get one integer, na. So int count equal to this. Okay, now you can compare the count to print the values, to print something. Okay, we have to print something, right? Either success or failure. If count not equal to, or count less than or equal to 0, if count less than or equal to 0, then we can print an error message here, system dot out dot println. Okay, so here we can write something like, password or new password cannot be the old password. Okay, so this is the error method that I want to print. Now if else, we have to print the success message. Okay, password updated. Okay, this is what we want to do. Okay, so let's run the entire project. Okay, see, okay, first, as of now, I want to create a new account. Okay, click on the one and you can enter the name. Okay, so I'm entering the name of, MS Dhoni, or Dhoni just. Okay, and my password should be 98765. Okay, and in the phone number, I'll give my phone number only. Okay, and account balance is 9,000 rupees. Okay, account is created. Now you can rerun this particular program to log in. Okay, now, so you can enter the name, Dhoni is the name, and password is 98765. Login is success. Now I want to, okay, change my pin. Okay, I forgot my pin. I want to change the pin. Okay, so you can enter the new pin. So 654321. This is a new pin. Okay, password is updated. Okay, now let's relog in this. Friend Dhoni. Now we can enter the new password 6521. Now login is success. See, we log in through the new password, right? Yes. Now you can do any task. Okay, you can do, if you want to do, withdraw or deposit anything. So two. Okay, and I want to add 5,000 to my account, and password, I mean, update done, and 14,000 in my account. So let's check with the database. I'll start from banking, and we have Dhoni who is having 14,000 in his account. Okay, so this is how we need to write the code. Okay, see, we are doing all the banking operations like deposit, withdraw, pin change, update, I mean, check balance. Okay, we are doing all the things. Okay, when you are connecting this particular backend with the front end, then you create a mini project. Okay, then you created a mini project. Okay, this is a simple project. I mean, it's not that much simple, but it's okay. You can create. Okay, we successfully created the project. Now let tell me if you are having any issues or if you are having any doubts. You can ask me anything now. Guys, any issues, any doubts, anything?
Sir,
Yes, Pranshu.
sir, can we resolve the problem that we have occur like that every time we have to if perform another operation, so we have to run program again.
Mm,
Suppose if
okay.
I
Okay, we want to continue the program. Huh?
yes, sir.
We want
If
to
it is
continue the
possible.
switch statement. Yes, it's possible, completely possible. So we have to add just a while statement. Okay, we have to add while statement. Okay, see when you are printing something like this. So which one you want to iterate? So inner switch statement, or you can iterate two different things. Either you can iterate register account and login account. Okay, you can iterate this, or you can iterate the inner switch statement to perform the login. I mean to perform the withdraw deposit. Okay, so
Inner,
we can
inner.
iterate the two things. Okay, you want to write inner. Okay, so in that case, okay, this is the switch statement for the. Okay, no, this is the switch statement for the inner. Okay, after logging. Okay, this is a switch statement for the inner loop, na? So I mean to deposit, to withdraw, this is the thing. Here you can copy the entire code, just copy the entire code. Okay. Okay. So you are copying the entire code. So here just write the while op2. Okay, op2. Okay. So is less than 5. Okay, we have to run. Okay, op2 till less than 5 or less than 4, I think so. We have 4 of okay, we can write the 5. Okay, so initially, okay, I can yes, I think we have the operation na? Okay, so just put the entire code here and okay, see, I am writing the while loop here na? So you can write the switch statement. I mean this output line also in the while loop. Okay, so but I want to declare op2 before the while. Okay, int operation 2 equal to initially this is 0 because we want to execute the loop for one time. So yeah, it will update for one time. Okay, so if user press more than 5, okay, if user press more than 5, then it will exit from the system. See, now backslash n 5 for exit. Okay, so just write the code here. Okay, I'm trying to log in. Okay, now so Bhaskar 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so I'm logging in. Okay, so I want first I need to check the balance. Okay, I want to check the balance 3. Okay, so my balance is 5,000 rupees. Okay, again it is printing the same thing. Now you can withdraw from your account. See, okay, enter amount to withdraw. Okay, I want to withdraw 2,000 rupees from my account. See, okay, withdraw is done, and again it is printing the same statement. Okay, so I am done with the operation. Okay, so I want to exit from the system, so I can click on the file and enter. Now you can enter. See, nothing is doing. Okay, now you are exited from the system. Okay, is this cool?
Yes, sir. That's why I asked.
Okay, you can write the entire code in the while loop. That's it. Okay, this is the thing. So initially we have to declare operation 2 as a 0 to run the while loop, and we can read the operation 2 from the user to iterate the switch statement. Okay, you can do the same thing for the register and login also. Okay, can you do it for the register and login? Guys, did you understand this point? What I'm telling? So Priyanku raised one important point. So he want to iterate the operations once the login is done.
Okay, sir.
Guys, is this clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can apply the same thing for register and login also. You can write a while loop for register and login also. Okay. Okay, I think it's cool. Okay, so yes, Nishant, I want to ask username and customer name separately. Sorry, I want to ask username and customer name separate. Username and customer name is same thing in our system, na? Okay, guys, balance check చేసారా? Check చేయండి. Okay. So, and I want to check the database for the duplicate usernames, but I want to take both username. So I didn't get it. Again, I want to ask username and customer name separately. Okay, okay, I got it. I want to check the database for the duplicate usernames. Okay, then you have to update this from the table. Okay, first you need to create the two different columns for username and customer name. Okay, so if you want to check whether whether the username is presented or not. Okay, so you can do this something like, okay, see, so you can check for it. You can check for at the time of creating an account, right? See, let's go to the create account option. This is where we are creating the new account to the user. Okay, so here, before executing this particular command, okay, before executing this particular command, you can do something. Okay, so that is, okay, so first read the value. Okay, so string username equal to b1 dot b1 dot cname. For example, I didn't have any separate name for the username and customer name, right? So that's why I'm checking the customer name only at this time. Okay, if any customer name is existed, so I don't want to duplicate the elements. Okay, that's what you are expecting. You want to maintain, okay, usernames unique way, right? So first you can check this username in the database. If this particular username is found in the database, then we can raise, okay, an issue. Okay, so you can check the username in the database by using one query. Okay, query 2. Okay, select star from the, okay, select star from the banking, where, okay, where here ename equal to username. Okay, this thing. Okay, we have to update the, we have to create a statement here. Statement st equal to con dot create statement. Okay, so in the result set, set, okay, rs equal to, okay, so here, let's execute this thing, st dot execute query, and you have to pass the query. Okay, so here you have to write a one basic logic. Okay, if rs dot next is available, if any match is found with the entered username, we can print an error message. Okay, we can print an error message. Okay, so by returning one negative value. Okay, return -1. Okay, otherwise, else you can do this all the things, int count and return count. Okay, okay, see, I am fetching the username from the required name. Okay, if any match is found with the username, okay, then I want to return -1. So here in the main method you can check for it. Okay, so go to the main switch. Okay, here if username not equal to 0, that means here, okay, so we have to change this same basic logic. Okay, if username greater than 0, if this particular value is greater than 0, okay, so I mean that means like account is created or something. Okay, some message. Okay, otherwise we can print something like uh, user already existed in the system. Okay, that's what I want to print. Okay, let's run this code now. You can get the unique usernames now. Okay, so one. Okay, here I'm passing Bhaskar. Okay, Bhaskar, and we have to pass entire values 9876, and phone number is something, and account balance is 5,000. Okay, now you can see. Okay, we are getting some. Okay, actually it is C name. This is the C name. Okay, sorry. One for registered account, and here we have to enter Bhaskar, which is already existed in the system. It has to print an error. Okay, phone number something like this, and account balance is 5,000 rupees. And here, okay, see, okay, Bhaskar is already existed in the system now, so that's why it is printing an error. Okay, now you can create a new user. Okay, if I enter the unique username here, okay, I'm entering Nishant, and the password for Nishant is 12345, and the phone number is something. Okay, and the balance is 6,000 rupees or 60,000 rupees, anything. Now account is created. Okay, so you can do this by applying the another query here in the register account. First, we are fetching, okay, whether the user details is available with the specified username or not. Okay, Nishant. Nishant, is this clear? You can apply this thing. Now you can create the program with this. Okay. Yeah, see, we are getting new ideas. Very good, Nishant. Yes, Priyanshu.
Sir, in the pin change operation, if I want to perform any but and any add one, add any one operation like that, please enter your old password. If you want to change password like that.
Yeah, you can add, you can add. You can read the password and you can match it to your old password. Here, I am matching this now. We are matching already, actually, but with a different name. See, we are comparing the old password with the new password. If old password is equal to new password, then we don't want to update the password, right? So here you can check with the new password. Okay, here you can add in the pin change option, you can add another password. Okay, please enter the old password, then please enter the new password, then we can match it there.
No, sir, I want to add another like that. Yeah, before the pin change option.
Hmm.
If you want to change your pin, please enter your old password first, and then
Hmm.
after that perform the pin change operation.
That's what I'm doing. Check. See, in the pin change option, you can read another password. Okay. This is a pin change, huh? Okay. So first we can ask him to enter your password. Okay. Okay. Now, mm, okay. So here we can change the Okay, so at the time of entering the password only, I am asking the new password again. Okay, println enter new password. Okay, I'm reading the old password and new password at the same time because I don't want to create another method for that. Okay, actually we created so many methods, so that's why. And you can pass this new password to the system. String new password, new pin. Okay, ps dot next. Okay, so you can pass the new password here, new pin. Okay, so here in the new pin option, we can read another value, string old pin. Okay, string old pin. Okay, so here after getting the here after getting the password from the database, you can check for the old password. If password equal to old pin, okay, if password equal to old pin, we can perform this operation. You can perform this operation. Okay, so here we have to create, we have to add new pin to the database. Otherwise, we have to return something, return -1. Okay, now let's see what will happen. See, to login, master 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, see, now I want to change my pin. Okay, so it is asking enter your password. Okay, 1 2 3 4. Okay, see, I am asking, I'm giving some wrong password. Actual my password is 1 2 3 4 5, but I am giving 1 2 3 4. Okay, and my new password will be 98765. Okay, actually new password cannot be the old password. Okay, see, password is not updated. Okay, actually here you can change the message. You can change the message like this, password not matched. Okay, now you can get the option like this, password not matched here. Okay, if I enter perfect password, okay, so if I enter password now, okay, I'm entering perfect password now, 1 2 3 4 5, and new password will be 98765. Okay, password is updated. Okay,
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Got it.
yeah, so we can update anything, man. You can update the all the things with the database. We have to play with the database. Okay, guys, is this okay? Are you clear about all these things? Our project is completely ready. Actually, if you want to add any regular expression, no, so it will be more good. Actually, as of now, I don't want to mention any regular expressions because we are doing a lot of stuff already. Okay, so don't mess with the regular expressions. If you are clear with this, if you created all the things, now you can just add a regular expressions. Okay, to match the okay, password can be eight or more characters, 6 or more characters, and username must be the more than 5 characters. Okay, you can add those regular expressions. When we created the basic programs with the regular expressions, we did that thing. Na? Do you remember the regular expressions? You can work with the regular expressions if you completed all these things. Okay. As of now, the project is completely ready. Okay. So give me a minute. I will update this in the GitHub. Okay, I can send it to you. In changing, in change, balance checking. Okay, balance checking, and this is the method for depositing. Okay, make sure you are writing the comments because we need to understand what we are doing. Getting details of the user. Okay, and matching present password to update the new password. Okay, to update new password. And here checking account balance. Okay, so this is the depositing now. Depositing, adding amount to account balance, update account balance. Okay, this is the things. Okay, let's add this in the GitHub. I think we are doing the same thing in the start of CMD. Git add, git commit, new changes. Okay, new changes. And now we can push git push -f origin master. Seven files changed, 174 insertions and 33 deletions. Okay, so many things. Now we can search for our thing in the GitHub. Okay, GitHub. Who is this guy? No, this is not the one. My repositories. Yes, this is the one. Okay, src. Yes, new changes detected. See, new changes detected in employee DAO and so many things. Okay, in the employee DAO, we updated every command. Okay, deposit is updated, check balance updated, and pin change is also updated in the DAO. See, we are writing the line, 150 lines of code. How beautiful it is, right? We are doing so many stuff. Right now, you are a pro developer, pro Java developer. You can call yourself. Guys, I'm sending you the code. If you are fine, if you are having any doubts, you can tell me now. Okay, so please share, please share your screen. I want to take some screenshots. Okay, because today is lab day, na? So as the proof, we have to take some screenshots. Okay, so who is going to share your screen? I'm stopping my screen actually. Who joined through laptops? Please share your screen. I want to take some screenshots. Priyanshu, can you?
Sir, I am joined with my phone. Sorry.
Okay, who is joined through laptops? Ketan, Divya, Rupa, Gunjan, anyone? Rupa, you can share your screen. Ketan, how are you doing? Okay, Nishant. Okay, very good, very good. So many comments. Nice, 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 Ketan. And now Divya is presenting. Okay. Ketan, I took screenshots. You can stop, Ketan. Thank you, Ketan. Okay, Divya, I'm done with you. And Nishant, go on. Nishant or anyone. Okay, Rupa. Go to the DAO please. Okay, Rupa. Thank you. Okay, guys, you can continue with the program. Okay, if you are having any doubts, you can message in the chat window. Okay, I'll be there in the session. Okay, before 2 p.m. Okay, so